Today we have a fun fact for everyone to enjoy. Even if we do not believe in free will and personal responsibility, we can still justify a degree of punitive justice. I say a degree because I mean a degree, and a relatively small degree at that. Retribution is essentially unjustifiable, as it is barbarism that goes too far, and basically just seeks revenge in a physical manner on the offender. Punishment, however, is different. The determinist perspective could understand it to have a utility. According to determinism, people's behavior is a result of genetic and environmental causes outside of some form of abstract free control. A determinist could not hold someone accountable for their own free actions. Personal responsibility does not exist under determinism, as people do not act freely. This is where punishment comes in. Punishment is an environmental feature that has the social utility of acting as an environmental cause, which could lead to human behavior being less likely to be criminal. The environmental factor of punishment can lower crime rates simply by being an environmental factor that influences human behavior. Obviously, lower crime rates is a good thing. Obviously, the punishment could not be worse or more immoral than the crime, as this would defeat the purpose. The purpose would be to serve a moral utility by having a punitive system that leads to less crime while not itself inflicting more suffering than is warranted or can be justified in preventing that crime. When we get into the specifics of punishment, things get a lot more complex. Generally, I am against punishment and believe in rehabilitation. I would prefer a society where people do not need to be aware of a punishment in order to distinguish between right and wrong and act accordingly. This society is my goal. I do, however, also think it is important to realize that even without free will and personal responsibility, we can still easily justify moderately punitive measures. An overly retributive policy, however, is highly unjustified, as it enacts unwarranted cruelty against people who are not free in their actions. This is, of course, highly unjust. Determinism likely has the biggest implications on how we handle the justice and correction systems. I think that looking into these implications is interesting and important. If you have any thoughts, feel free to leave them in the comments.